Okay. Also, wait, hold on. I'm so sorry. I stayed up till like 6 a.m. last night, just reading some final things, padding out notes some more. Okay. I need I need people to bounce off of because I have to make sure I'm not super fucking wrong because I don't want to be really cringe. I want to be really, really, really careful around this topic, obviously, because it's Finkelstein's parents. But I feel like Finkelstein, the invocation of the Warsaw uprisings, seems like one of the least appropriate and most disgusting links that you could ever draw to Hamas. And I'm trying to figure out if I'm missing information or if there are some events that I don't know that are like preceding things that I just don't have an understanding of. Because he does this, he leans onto two different things between the Nat Turner slave rebellion and the Warsaw Ghetto uprisings. And both of these seem unbelievably disgusting and wrong. It's disgusting in a moral equivalence, and it's wrong in that the comparison just doesn't work at all. The Nat Turner slave rebellion were slaves that were killing their slave owners and other civilians, to be fair, with like torches and fence posts. Compared to Hamas, who is, their leadership are millionaires at least. They're fighting with AK-47s and rockets. They're not currently enslaved. The level of organization, coordination, financial support. Nat Turner and his slaves were not getting aid from all over the fucking world and having an office at the UN dedicated to the management of their humanitarian issues. I don't understand how you can ever compare the Nat Turner slave rebellion to Hamas. I don't understand that comparison. I don't even know the steelman for it. I can't even think of a good steelman for it. That was the first thing. And then the second thing is the invocation of his parents apparently fought in the Warsaw Ghetto uprisings. I have like the general knowledge of World War II, I guess, that you get in America, that I guess Germany and Japan were the bad guys and supposedly Italy was in there somewhere. I don't know what they did. And then they died to America glorious and Britain glorious. And the Soviet Union had a lot of people died too, I guess. That's like my overall thing. So I don't know much about like the individual uprisings, the individual fighting or whatever. I've heard this said a few times before, I think by Finkelstein, maybe other people. I've heard this said a few times before, where it's like, yeah, the Jews engaged in like terrorism. And do you think that would have been bad for the Jews to fight against the Nazis and blah, blah, blah? So I looked up the specific, like the Warsaw Ghetto uprising. If I'm not misunderstanding it, the fighting stopped when most of them had already been shipped off to death camps. The things that they fought against were the SS coming in to take them to the death camps. And like, I think, was it 40,000? Is that too many? Got killed by the SS officers coming in to murder them? Or if they didn't get murdered, they're gonna be shipped up to death camps. What the fuck is the comparison? I thought that when Finkelstein brought this up, because I don't have like the specific knowledge. I thought that it was like, maybe like Jews were rebelling against like the, fucking Germany in 38 and 39 or in the 30s and they fought it, blah, blah, blah. Am I missing events or something? Is there something that I'm not understanding? Because it can't be this bad. It can't be. There must be like events or something. Also, god damn. I gotta be very careful when studying nationalistic things in the future, okay? Because, damn, this is some wild. This is crazy. What was it? It was 50,000? I think was it 40,000 killed? Hold on, let me check. It was an insane amount of Jews that got killed trying to resist, and they knew they were dying too. This was a no hope resistance. They 100% knew that they were going to die, and they fought and they died. This is what was collected. But besides claiming an estimated 56,000 Jews, this is what they had for arms: 7 Polish rifles, 1 Russian rifle, 1 German rifle, 59 pistols of various calibers, several hundred hand grenades, several hundred incendiary bottles. Hamas was literally paratroopering into this isn't real, but it was literally parachute flying in to the southern Israel to go and kill people. What the How do you ever make this comparison? How do you ever compare the Jews' like last stand in Warsaw to the fucking Fortnite school bus droppers? What the these comparisons? Am I missing something? It just seemed wild. It just seemed wild. Oh, and there was this quote. And nobody. It also is very. I'm extrapolating a little bit, but also I'm like apparently nobody really gave a about helping the Jews in World War II as well. What was the it was in these there was like it was like 60 pages of like declassified material. I just read through all this last night. It was so interesting listening to Diane and Begin and the US president and everybody. Like the conversation back and forth were interesting, but it was interesting seeing a few of the comments or whatever. I'm trying to think of what this was. What was this guy's email to me? I'm not gonna be able to find it. Fuck. No, it's has attachment. Oh, it was this, maybe? Nope, it wasn't this. I'm not gonna be able to find it. I'm not gonna be able to find it. I'm not gonna find it. Oh, fuck. It was a throwaway comment. I think Diane made a comment about how like something to do with begging Hungary to like bomb the train tracks leading to what was the name of that concentration camp? I want to say Trinidad. It's not that. I need to remember. I'll remember these names. I won't remember. I have the notes with me. Treblinka. Oh, this wasn't Diane. This was Begin. Begin or Begin? I took note of it, and when my turn to respond arrived, I said the following. I wish you to know that the Jewish people are united today more than ever before in Israel. I especially noted the unity of the American Jewry, because for a Romanian ruler, the American Jewry position is decisive. I added that this also applies to Jews in Britain and France. They are all united around us. I continued and said, you know very well what happened in 1944. Your Transylvania was within Hungary, and we requested that the British bomb the railroads that led to Auschwitz. Thousands of airplanes bombed all kinds of strategic targets, but refused to bomb those railroads. Nobody helped us. This is why the Jewish people are ready to face all dangers. I wanted you to know that, but if your scenario will be realized because of our policy, that means peace with security. Then it is a disgrace to that particular country, and we shall stand tall for our rights. The back and forth negotiations. All of this stuff is so interesting. This must be published somewhere. Oh, this is way longer than 6. This is like 180 pages. No, sorry. Got to do U.S. history. All the history shit is so much more interesting. I hated history before. All the characters and all the people involved are just like super. I don't know. I think they're super fascinating. It's also interesting because like when you read like I feel like they just have more personality. I don't know why, but I feel like in history classes, all of the leaders and all the conversations just seem so fucking sterile, or they just seem so boring. Like the president is like, oh, and then for the freedoms of our people, we must do these things. Like everybody speaks like a poet or whatever.